modeling with equations, this one's actually not so bad. It sounds bad because it says modeling and there's all these words, but it's pretty much just turning words into math, right? Okay, so let's just jump straight into an example. Find an equation and solve for each of the situations below. So twice the sum of a number and 11 is 24. So the whole thing is we're going to use variables, like letters to represent, right, this number. So we have twice the sum of a number. So we're going to start with here, sum of a number and 11. So that's going to be, sum means adding, right? So a number, let's just say x plus 11. So that's sum of a number and 11. And then we're going to do twice it. So that's times 2. So put that in parentheses with the 2 in front. And then that equals 24. Here, maybe I can add more colors. So this twice the sum of a number and 11 is going to be in green. And then multiplying it by 2 is in the pen. And then it equals 24. So we set up the equation, and then we have to solve for it. So I'm going to just rewrite it over here. 2x plus 11 equals 24. We have our equal sign. We're going to divide it. Actually, let's distribute first. So we're going to distribute. So we have 2x plus 22 equals 24. We're going to minus 22 from both sides. We get 2x equals 2. Divide by 2. We get x equals 1. So the hardest part is probably setting it up, and then you got to remember all the rules from 5.1 to 5.3 to solve that. And then we usually want to check it. So if you go back in and you check it, right? Twice the sum of a number and 11. So our number is 1. 1 plus 11 is 12. 2 times it is 24. All right. I want you guys to try the second one, and then we'll go over it together. All right, let's do the second one. So this one looks like it's the same, but it's not, right? So the sum of twice a number and 11. So sum means we're adding two things. So twice a number is the first thing that we're adding. And then 11 is the second thing that we're adding. So the sum of twice a number and 11 equals 24. Okay, and then to solve this, we move 11 from both sides. Oh, I did n instead of x. It doesn't matter which variable you use. 2n plus 11 equals 24. Minus 11 from both sides. We get 2n equals 13. And then we divide by 2. We're going to get a fraction. N equals 13 over 2. So twice a number, so 2 times 13 over 2, it just goes back to 13, plus 11 is 24. We checked it, we got it right. All right, let's look at number 2. Mr. Wright loves model airplanes. He went to the store and bought the new model airplanes for $5.95 each and then some glue to put them together. Altogether, he spent $22.50. So what is the unknown value in this situation? So the unknown value is how many planes, right? Because it says $5.95 each. So we don't know how many planes. We know that he bought, and glue. So we had two variables. Okay, so we need the number of planes and we also need to know the cost of glue, but that's not a variable, so. Okay, so this problem is missing some information to solve it, so we're just going to say he spent $4.65 on glue. Okay, so our unknown variable is the number of planes, and so we're going to have an equation. So we have, let's use P for a number of planes. So we have 595 times the number of planes plus the glue, which we said was 465, and altogether he spent $22.50. So we don't know how many planes. I decided the cost of glue, and we know the total amount. So we're going to solve for that. So we minus 465 from both sides. So $22.50 minus 465 is $17.85. So 595 times P equals 1785. And then we divide both by the 595. And we get 3. So we bought 3 planes and some glue. All right, so I want you to try, no, we'll do number 3 together actually. Okay, the Baja men are struggling to keep their dogs in their rectangular shaped yard, so they want to build a wall. They know that the perimeter of the yard is 46 meters and the width is 8 meters. What is the length of the yard? So whenever we're talking about shapes, we always want to draw it. So we're going to draw our rectangle. We know the width is 8 meters, and then we need to find the length. So I'm going to put this curvy L. And then we know that the perimeter is 46 meters. So to find the perimeter of a shape, we have to think of it like a fence, and we add up all the sides. So if I was to add up all the sides, it would be 8 plus length plus 8 plus length equals 46. We're going to combine like terms, so we have 16 plus 2 times length equals 46. And we subtract 16 from both sides. 2 length equals 30. So then we divide by 2, and we get length equals 15 meters. So this one's harder because it involves some geometry. And if you forgot perimeter, then you're a little bit stuck on this one. But always helps to draw a picture first. All right, make sure you have this down, and then try this one. And then we'll go over it together. All right, most of you guys got this. Snow White pays the dwarves to collect gems from the mines. She gives them 75 cents to start and then pays them 35 cents for each gem that they bring back. That seems a little low, but whatever. One day, Snow White had to pay Grumpy $17.55. How many gems did Grumpy bring back? All right, so find a model for the situation, define the variable, and solve it. So we started with 75 cents, just base pay. And then 35 cents for each gem. So let's do G for gem. And then one day, Grumpy made a total of $17.55. So we're going to define the variables. So G equals number of gems. So this is what it means to define the variable. It's like you're telling someone else what your letter means, right? Okay, now we're going to solve it. So we subtract 75 cents from both sides. That gives us 17.55 minus 0.75, 1680. Divided by 0.35. We get 48. So Grumpy got 48 gems that day. And that's it. So the rest of this packet is a lot of word problems and then using what you learned in 5.1 through 5.3 to solve it.